are tuning in to Vox Radio 1, the only official Administratum-approved radio in the whole Imperium, with your host, Sirius Flavius. The Imperial date is 798 of the 30th millennium. The thought of the day is, a broad mind lacks focus. Today on Terra. Wastelanders, this is a warning from the Adeptus Administratum's Weather Division. Gusts of hot air are blowing out accompanied by wisps of flame. Extreme heat and embers are to be expected over the whole southern hemisphere. Keep any and all flammable objects in a secure container and away from the sun. Wear light, fireproof clothing, stay hydrated, and keep that mask on for good measure. In the hive cities, it will be a cool and regulated 45 degrees centigrade. Celebration on Terra. The war for the unification of all the territories of our homeworld finally ended. The heroic victory was achieved atop Mount Ararat in the kingdom of Uratu. The Emperor's throngs of gargantuan champions crossed the wasteland and climbed the flanks of the mountain. Like thousands of knights from old Terra, in their shining golden armor they thrusted ever forward on the slopes and cornered the evil and malicious enemies of our glorious Emperor and his devoted followers. The rate of attrition was high and merciless. They fought gallantly to the last man, quenching the last flames of rebellion from the surface of Terra. It was reported that the last Thunder Warrior, Aric Tyrannus, used his final breath to embed the banner of lightning atop Mount Uratu, ensuring it would stand there for ages to come. The lives of those countless indomitable warriors will forever be remembered dearly for what they sacrificed, I am sure. Their names and deeds forever inscribed on the stele of the birth of this new age. The news will continue after this message from House Harlock, followed by a song from Old Terra.
Attention, all citizens. Wanted, a few spirited young volunteers to complete the regiment of artillery and infantry in service in the Calixus sector. The rogue trader House Harlock is supplied exclusively from the finest forges of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and daily promotions occur in the native troops, in the service of the Honorable House, affording constant openings to young volunteers of abilities, enterprise, and steady conduct. Pensions allowed for length of service. Volunteers may engage for a certain number of years. Apply at your local recruitment office. Inquire about rogue trader militant services. House Harlock is not responsible for any death or dismemberment you may receive.
Welcome back, listeners. The Emperor addressed the people of Terra during our break. It was very impromptu and sudden. My servo skulls managed to record his message. Here it is.
Citizens of Terra, listen to me. The universe has many horrors yet to throw at us. This is not the end of our struggle. This is just the beginning of our crusade to save humanity. Be faithful. Be vigilant.
Listeners, I am in awe. Even from my small recording booth deep within the Oort cloud, I could feel his presence. Now, how he managed to project his presence so far across space is still an enigma to my senses, but it supports the grandeur of our illustrious Emperor. Following this statement, the Emperor announced the next step of his campaign. He intends on sending troops across the galaxy and reclaim the Emperor's lost worlds. More on this as it develops.
Crazy Hank's Prometheum. Tired of having your scrap truck falling in the middle of the wasteland? Want a new way to roast your rad rat? Try Crazy Hank's Prometheum. Now with 50% less corpse stars to take care of your engine. We also sell Prometheum accessories. Just come on round Crazy Hank's Prometheum Emporium. Crazy Hank's Prometheum. It burns as bright as our faith in the Emperor.
In other news, the esteemed Administratum's Office of Meteorology and Astronomy's main branch, at the foot of the Himalayas mountain range, spotted 20 comets shooting above Mount Everest. They blazed through the night sky and disappeared over the horizon in a flash of every color known to man, and some that were new to the human eye. What kind of omen does this entail? We will open a line after the show to gather your theories. This is the end of our show for now. Up next, the incredible properties of wasteland ash and 20 fun recipes to try with your family. Listeners, those ash cakes are my favourite. And remember, a small mind is a tidy mind. After the tone, it will be...
Hello, I am Sister Ravioli, and on behalf of Studio Kriegsman, I would like to thank you for tuning into this episode of Vox Radio 1. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe for more content. This episode was written by Vorhin. The voice of Sirius Flavius was brought to you by Thomas P. The voice of the Harlock Recruitment Officer and Crazy Hank were brought to you by our favorite Scotsman, Kieran Talent. If you wish to submit your music for the show, you can find our business email in the channel's description. Vox Radio 1 is a work of fanfiction. All rights to the Warhammer 40,000 franchise and other related works belong to Games Workshop and its subsidiaries.